Football never ends.
Now, if any NFL players watching this, we love y'all. We just having fun with this, saying our opinions, no disrespect. What brings me to my last place team in the NFC South.
All disrespect here. All disrespect here.
Is this guy phoning off the field? He's phoning on the field. And I talk about the Carolina Panthers and Cam Newton. I'm sorry, Josh. The Panthers will be in last place. The best player this year hasn't played yet. And that's McCaffrey. He will be the best player and rookie of the year, offensive rookie of the year on that team. And you know what about Cam Newton? We need leadership. We don't need this. I can't talk to you right now because I'm so ashamed to look at everybody's face right now. No, we need leadership, which he still hasn't gotten yet. Carolina Panthers will be last place. My number 3 team could not hold down the score in the Super Bowl. The Atlanta Falcons. Josh, I want to see how they do without Shanahan there. Julio Jones with his toe issue, that's serious. That's very serious, man. I mean, when he goes out, everything just falls. You know what? Dante Freeman is a stud, but is he a running back like like the best running back in the league in Ezekiel Elliott? No, he's not. Is he a running back like the second best running back in the league in Le'Veon Bell? No, he's not. Or the third best running back in the league, David Johnson? No, he's not. So I'm sorry. Yeah, I said that, Fog. Free Zeke. My number 2 team. My number 2 team is the favorite of a 2MW of a Football Fury brother and Mike Ford. That's right. Me and Mikey had lobster with butter sauce. We was eating them stuff. And you know what I said, Mike? I see crab legs. I see the Buccaneers number 2. Did y'all see what they put together around Jameis Winston? That's why he's preaching. And I love his game day speeches. My God, we're talking about this Sean Jackson. We're talking about Howard, the tight end from Alabama, with Cameron Brate, the other tight end, with Mike Evans. The defense is pretty good as it is. Saying they may trade for Le'Veon Bell. Oh, my God. They're number 2 today. They may be number 1 in a couple of weeks.
Le'Veon Bell. They might.
Excuse me. LaShawn McCoy. Yeah. Pardon me. LaShawn McCoy. Team source. All right. My number 1 team is really the best quarterback in this division. And that's Drew Brees. I think they have the best running game with AP. And oh my God, number 22, forgot his name, Jesus. I like their receiving core with Snead, Michael Thomas. They also have Ted Ginn, who's from the Carolina Panthers. So they have that speed. Okay, they have on defense. Defense pretty much improved. I think the Saints will be more balanced with the passing game and the running game, something they didn't really have. And they got a decent offensive line. So I got Saints, Bucks, Falcons, and Panthers.
Okay. For me, the Hard Knocks team is going to be actually on the bottom, I believe, again this year. I know they're hyped this year, and I know they're saying they look better on paper, but for some reason, I just can't put my faith in Tampa right now. I don't like that. Doug Martin, especially, he's suspended right now. I still can't put faith in him. Charles Sims is going to be taking the load from there. He's serviceable, but I don't look at him as like a franchise back to carry that team. I like D Jackson, I like Evans, and I like Howard a lot, but it's also going to rely on Winston to take that step forward too and start being on a more consistent basis and really showing that he can just lead the team and not turn the ball over so much. A step above them, I think New Orleans can capitalize at around 9-7 this year. I still think they got some holes on the defense they need to fix, but I do know that Breeze, and I really like the weapons that he has. I think the backfield looks great, Peterson and Ingram. I'm a little concerned about his receivers outside of Thomas and Snead, but I really do think him and Fleener actually get on a better page this year as well. I remember being a Fleener owner last year, there was a lot of instances I was just clenching my teeth because there was like 5 or 6 times he was just arms reach out of like a huge grab or like a touchdown, and I know they're going to get that worked out this year, so I think they get on a better page. But I also think the Panthers rebound a bit this year. I don't think it's anything astronomical, but I think they can get a win above New Orleans just to take the 2nd seed in that division. I think Cam has a little bit of a bounce-back year. Nothing sensational. I think he's still going to be hit here and there with that line. They didn't really address it because they went with McCaffrey. They didn't go with, remember they had the chance to go with Cam Robinson or another Ramsick type, but they actually drafted McCaffrey in the 1st round this year, so we'll see how that pans out for him. Gettleman could be getting more flack this year from more fans and ex-players as they leave the Carolina organization. So we'll see on that. But I think I think the receivers are serviceable enough, and I really like Curtis Samuel, the pickup there, the rookie from Ohio State. I think he's going to be a really nice acquisition for Cam. But I think Atlanta, I just don't really see them falling off too much from last year. I don't see Matt Ryan being the QB that he was last year. I think he's going to regress a little bit. His stats were just off the board. So for him to repeat that is just going to be almost near impossible, in my opinion. But I still think they capitalize at around 11, possibly 12 wins still. I like what they have going on the team. Dan Quinn, I think, has got that team such a good head on their shoulders all the way around. And he's a defensive-minded coach. And when you have that paired with what they already have on offense, it's really just going to come together all around. And I don't think they're going to lose a beat. And I really think that loss brings them together even more this year.
I gotta agree with you. I think Tampa Bay is last place. Everybody's sold on them. I like everything that they've done, but again, their defense, it was pretty good. But it's like Josh said, it's going to all wrestle on Jameis Winston. And there's one thing he's consistently been is inconsistent. He's up and down in games. There's games where he's throwing 3 touchdowns, no picks. There's games where he's throwing 1 touchdown, 4 picks. And this is going to be, his 3rd year in the league. This is going to be the year that he's going to have to show and prove. You're more or less by year 3 going to know what you've got at quarterback. And right now, what he is a 24 touchdown, 16 interception guy, completing about 60% of his passes. That's what you're going to get. And that's not going to win you anything, especially with your running backs being what they are. Great receivers, great addition with a rookie tight end. Damn good defense. I think was 13th overall last season. But at the end of the day, your quarterback's going to be that be-all, end-all. And in a division where you got some stellar quarterbacks, Winston's at the bottom end of that. I'd put Carolina at 3. I agree Cam's going to have a bounce-back year. But their defense is going to be their cornerstone of why they have some success and what McCaffrey does. I think, their receiving core is junk. You're going to be relying on 2 rookies in Samuel and McCaffrey on the offensive side because Kelvin Benjamin looks like a left tackle at this point. And like I said, he's a bust. I'm putting New Orleans at 2nd. Their defense is the only thing holding them back. They've been, I think, 7-9 the last 2 seasons, and that's been carried by an offense that has been in the top 5 and the top 10. So if their defense actually shows up and gets just middle of the pack, this is going to be a dangerous team. And Atlanta struggled last year defensively, but they had a lot of young players there. Neil, these guys are going to bring it together. And that offense, even though they lost Shanahan, it's not like they promoted somebody there who wasn't running a similar style offense, and they still got the offensive weapons there. And Matt Ryan, even though he's not going to do this play like he did last season, it's not like he's going to tremendously fall off a cliff somewhere. He's still going to be a guy that finishes in the top 10 statistically.
I just want to point out, I got Mike 4 on the line. On my phone, I called them when Fox said their Buccaneers was last place.
Look, I think the Saints are going to finish last. I really do. I like their offense. I still think their defense is bad. I think not only is their defense bad, it just lacks depth. They got Cam Jordan. They got Stephon Anthony. They go out and get they got Kenny Vaccaro. They got Von Bell. They go out and get Marshawn Lattimore, but it's just not a very deep group. It really isn't. I think that's going to hold them back greatly. And if you're expecting, I'll say this: I might change my tune if Adrian Peterson comes out and takes over the world and gives some bounce to the offense. Great. 3, I would say Tampa Bay. Look, let me tell you something about Tampa Bay. I said it before. I don't think they're very deep. A lot of top tier talent in terms of their starters. I don't think they're deep. Look at their offensive line. I like Ali Marpet a lot. I don't like the other 4 guys. I don't. I don't think it's looking very good for James Winston in that regard. After Jackson and Evans, I know they draft Chris Godwin. They got Humphreys, but I don't know, man. Like, if you look at every position across the board for Tampa Bay, it's not deep. Your stars are great, but after that, it gets ugly. That's not a recipe for success. 2, I think Atlanta has kind of this. I think they have a hangover. I really do. I don't think it's going to be catastrophic. I do think a hangover's coming. Number 1, I'm buying Carolina because when I watched Carolina last year, they weren't very great because their receivers couldn't get downfield. They weren't very fast. So they got faster. They got 2 players that can get down the field, whether it be as a running back, I could see them putting McCaffrey in the backfield, Samuel as a slot receiver, H-back type. Funchess is a great possession receiver. I think Kelvin Benjamin's a good possession receiver. The problem was they're slow possession receivers. They got faster. I think that makes a big difference for them. I see them winning the division.
Football never ends.